Oh, my goodness. Hello once again, everybody. It is Thursday. Let me do a date and time check just for people watching on the replay. I always like to do this for whatever reason. It is Thursday. It is Thursday, July 23rd at 2:49 in the afternoon. There we go. And yeah, man, so I had time to go ahead and do a live. I haven't had a chance to do one of these in about a week or so, just streaming from the house before we go to the workplace. And I said, yeah, man, I got some news to share, so let's go ahead and rock and roll with it, right? Oh, man. Let's see here. Let me slide over to the comment section. Whenever that gets ready to go. And let's see. Make sure I got all my ducks in a row here. Hope everybody is doing well today. This is an unscheduled stream as per usual. I don't never know I'm going to do these things until the day of. So because I can't ever plan anything out, man, because my schedule is so crazy. And so my wife is out of town helping her daughter with some things, and she'll be back. And she will be back on Sunday, I believe. So yeah, so she made it down there safe. Everything's good. So yeah, I decided, hey man, let's go ahead and go live, hang out with the community for a little bit, talk about some things. Y'all can tell me what you're up to as well. I can tell you what I'm up to. And yeah, the title of this live stream, Gas Strikes Again. Yeah. So, if you're a guitar player, man, you know, I'm preaching to the choir. You know what I'm talking about. So the Anderson gig is coming up, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. And I've been trying to go back and forth in my mind on what guitar to take. I'm only going to take one because when I get there, there's going to be one to pick up that Chris DeVito, the owner of the guitar shop, we did a trade like, I don't know, man, a month or something ago. And I shipped him the guitar from my house. I traded a Fender American Special Strat for a new EVH Wolfgang Standard. It's like a chlorine burst, I think. I'm not sure the exact name of the color, but so we traded, and I told him, just keep that guitar there, and I'll pick it up August 1st. He's like, okay, so that guitar is waiting when I get there in a gig bag. So that's one guitar. Oh, speaking of another guitar, you can see the Jackson right there, the neck through. I just picked it up from Cornerstone last weekend. The guitar tech and assistant manager, his name's Jackson as well. He put me a set of EMG 8185 in there. I played it yesterday. I need to put some strings on it. The strings are kind of getting really stretched out, and you know how it is when you start to get dead strings, man. It won't really hold very well. So, but I played it yesterday for a little while. Man, that guitar plays so much better now with those EMGs in there. People have asked me before about EMGs, and the only kind I've ever tried is that 8185, that set there, and it's they're fantastic. I love those pickups, man. They work great for me, you know. And it's easy. The installation is easy. You don't have to solder anything. You just sit there and you look at the little diagram that it comes with and put everything together. You're good to go. But before we move on, let me look at some of this chat here. And I like the way this is set up because you can see the chat right there in the lower, on the right hand of the screen. and people can actually see their chat pop up. So this certain setup is for a solo stream here. I couldn't really have anybody else on because there's not an extra window, as to say. So let's go to the chat, and then we'll get into today's discussion. And pretty excited, man. Up first, Mr. Ricky Compton. Hello, how you doing, Mr. Compton? Nice to see you, man. Mr. Dave Case. Hey, Mr. Case, how you doing? He goes, hey, Joe, hope all is well. Yes, sir, it is. It is the end of the week. Well, it's my Friday. It's technically Thursday, but it's my Friday. And if I can get tonight over with, we're home free for a few days. Well, no, technically a day and a half. I'll take it, man. Raging Kane is here. He goes, sweet, I was bored. What's up? Well, good, man. I'm not good that you're bored. Thank you. It's good that you're here. Thank you for being here, Raging Kane. That's nice, man. He's always very supportive of the channel and always has nice things to say, as everybody does. Let's see. Mr. Ricky Compton chimes in. He goes, I'm feeling, I guess he meant feeling good right now. Thinking about getting a USA Jackson soloist. Ooh, the USA Jackson soloist. Those are sweet. You got to let me know, Ricky, if you get it, man. Oh, my goodness. That's awesome. Yeah, they're sweet. Jamie Graham, you're going to have Dom set it up, then you will be ready to use it at the gig. Yes, Jamie, Dom, he's already set it up. Yeah. Chris told me that when we talked on the phone a couple of weeks ago. He's already had Dom set it up and all that. I'm assuming he got some new strings on it. I don't know. But it's still, even after you set up a guitar, well, for me, even after you set it up and all, you still got to do a few dive bombs and tune it up a few more times. It has to be put through its paces, and them strings have to be stretched. So hopefully I will get there early enough to kind of play it for a few minutes to kind of get the guitar loosened up, if you will. But yes, sir, Dom has already set it up. Dom is incredible. He's the guitar tech there at the guitar shop in Anderson. Let's see, Johnny's still good. What's going on? He goes, hey, Joe, yeah, the 8185 is fun. I like the 89. Also, if you get push-pull pots. Yes. Yeah, those are cool, too. I've heard a lot of good things about those, man. I've heard good things about those as well. I remember the 8185s. My son, a long time ago, he had a Epiphone Zach Wild model. And those come with those stock pickups. What was it? Was it EMG HZ or something? I could be wrong. It's something like that. But they were passive pickups. So my son had the EMG 8185 set put in, and he told me it was a big difference, and it sounded a whole lot better. And that's what put the bug in my ear. And that was many years ago. So I started to tinker around with EMGs, I don't know, man, maybe a couple years ago. And I said, man, let me try to install one of these things. So I did. I had a George Lynch LTD with the yellow with the black bingle stripes. You know what I'm talking about. I've had a few of those over time. And I said, well, it only has one pickup, so this will be a perfect test. So I got the EMG 81, ordered it from Amazon, and it came, and I installed it. And what I really like about that is they give you the pot, 500K pot and everything. And I didn't know that the connection wires came with that pickup. I didn't know that. It was my first time ever purchasing one of those. This was, like I said, a couple years ago. So I ordered a wiring connecting kit. And so when it came in the mail, I was like, well, okay, now I have an extra connecting kit, And but that ended up being a good thing. It came in handy down the road. But yeah, so I put that in there, and that George Lynch LTD, man, and I was like, wow. And yeah, it was nice, man. So I've liked them ever since. EMGs are cool with me, man. I really enjoy them. Let me see here. Let's see. Johnny Stillgood says, yeah, I'm not a huge active pickup guy, but I like EMGs. Yes. Yeah, man, me too. Yeah. The 8185s are for me perfect for what I like to play. Everybody, and they make all kind of those EMGs for different artists or guitar players, and that's just the ones I like. But oh, you did the same thing. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I have a PV, my very last PV Wolfgang special that's back here in the back amongst all these other guitars and boxes that are stacked up back here in the warehouse. And when I ordered that PV Wolfgang special, it was in 2020. It was right before Eddie Van Halen passed away. It didn't come with the original pickup. Somebody took those out and put a Floyd Rose on it, took the EVH or the PV branded trim off, which was fine. I didn't like those PV branded trims anyway. I didn't like them. They just seemed like you had to fight them all the time. So whoever had it did put a nice Floyd on there. I think it's a USA Floyd. It's nice, but so I took and I put an EMG 81 in the bridge, and I left the neck disconnected. And I said, nah, man, that just, So I went ahead and took it to Cornerstone and asked Art to go ahead and connect the neck pickup, but wire the pickup selector switch where it was backwards. So that way the bridge would be in the up position instead of down. And so that's what he did. He put it where it's in the up. So when you're tapping up here, you don't hit that switch. That's the only thing I hated about those guitars, man, that switch. You try to tap, like if you're doing Hunt for Teacher or something, and your thumb or my thumb would always hit that switch and it'd go boop. They go in the middle position, and it makes your tone sound weird. I was like, come on, man. So he fixed it. He rewired it. So now the up position is the bridge and down is the neck. And he reconnected that neck pickup. It sounds great. And so it's an EMG 81 in there. It looks kind of weird when you look at that PV Wolfgang special. It's like, man, what's going on there? But it's a great playing guitar. It's the last one I have. I did have 6 of them at one time. That's hard to believe. I had 6 PV Wolfgang specials. And then I think a month later, Eddie Van Halen passed. And everything just went, whew, in price. Which is what happens with, it's just how it goes. And then those Ernie Ball Music Man EVH models, they went out the roof on prices. I remember all that. That was crazy. Let's see here. Johnny Stillgood says, I didn't know the EMGs came with pots. Great price considering. Yeah, the EMG 81, like I said, I just get it from Amazon. I think it's, I don't know, man, right around $100. I guess it depends. It might fluctuate here and there, but yeah, between 90 and $100 and you get everything with it. And that's, like I said, my first time ordering one, I didn't know that. I know now. So when I took this to Cornerstone, I already had the EMG 81 in the box, and I just had them order me an 85 to put in the neck, and that was it, man. It was ready to rock and roll. Johnny's still good. Yes, that's how Ed had it on the PV with the switch. Yeah. I don't know why they reversed it. I don't know who made that call, but that was. I'd always heard that Eddie had it where the switch was up for the bridge, and which makes perfect sense. If you have one of those guitars, you're going to be playing that type of music. You're going to be tapping, and that switch was always in the way. But it's good now. Yeah, it's good now. And then I have an EVH Wolfgang special that I traded. I traded my Charvel, man, that was hanging on the wall over there. Of course, it's gone, but that EVH Wolfgang special is beautiful. It's a purple sparkle. It's beautiful, man. I've played it maybe twice, and I bought an EVH case to put it in because it just looks good, man. When you open that EVH case and see that red velvet or whatever you call it interior, that plush or whatever, and that beautiful purple PV. There I go again. Purple EVH Wolfgang special sitting in there. God almighty. That's the only EVH Wolfgang special I have. I got a PV one and an EVH. That's it. All the other ones, like I said, I had the PV Wolfgang specials in 2020, and over time I sold them. I gave one to my son that's fully original stock. He still has it. I said, man, you hang on to that. It'll be worth some money, if not already. And he still got it. Johnny's still good. He says that, I have 3 Wolfgangs. They are just such an easy guitar to play. Yeah, they're very comfortable. I enjoy them. Yeah. They're great guitars, man. Absolutely. Let me scroll up here. Brother Ted Farrell, what's happening? What's up, Ted? How you doing, man? Hey, did you get your red DiMarzios and the yellow Kramer Beretta yet? To transform it to the OU812 Sammy guitar from that era? I'm just curious, man. You have to send me pictures, man, when you get that finished. That's going to look really good. Rico B, what's going on? Hey now. From 105 in Arizona. Dang, man. What in the world? 105. Yeah, I got to try to do some yard work tomorrow, maybe. They were supposed to be calling for a lot of rain and stuff today. It hasn't done anything. But I'll try to do some yard work tomorrow, and then my mom and we're going to go out to eat. There's a seafood place down the road called Silver Bay that's really, really good. It reminds me so much of like going to a fish camp and all that, when my parents and I would do that when I was a teenager. And I remember how that food tastes back then. You just don't forget stuff like that. You take it for granted when you're young because you think, well, this will always be here. And then as I've gotten older, food is just, as we all know, food has just changed. And it doesn't taste as good as it used to. And now, but we went to this seafood place a few years ago, and it reminds me of how it was when I was a teenager. The quality of the food is fantastic. The service is great. And most of the people that are eating there are older people or elderly people. So what does that tell you? It's good food. You don't see elderly people too much in like crummy restaurants, Let's see here. We got Ted Fair says that let me hit this right here. The Jackson guitar case I bought was for the soloist model, and it didn't fit the Jack Butler, so I returned it. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Temu, baby. Temu. It fit in mine. But I know it all depends on what you want, man. If you want to, talking about the EVH Wolfgang special, I ordered an EVH case for it because that's what I wanted for that guitar. It just goes hand in hand. It is, just makes it pop when you open the case up. So I get it. Yeah. Tom Surfing Alien. Hello. How you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Let's see. Let me, this thing has jumped on me. Let me get this here. We got, Brother Ted here. He says that, no red pickups yet. Tone's on in Air Norton. Okay. I hope the wax potting in the pickups doesn't melt in the UPS truck. It's hotter than Satan's ass here in Southern California. I would hope not either, sir. I'm sure it'll be fine, but yeah, man, those pickups are banging, man. You'll, I ain't got to tell you, man, you know what's going on. Mr. William De Silva is here. He says, "Hey, Joe, cheers, folks." What's up, Mr. De Silva? How you doing, man? Let's see. Johnny Steelgood says, "I definitely hear that with the EVH case." Yeah, it's when I look for those, man, I get them used, and I got mine. I think it was, believe it or not, I think it was from Music Go Round. I don't remember what state, and I think that's where it came from. And when they shipped it, it still had the hang tags on the handle. I was like, "Has this even been used?" It was marked as used, but it still had the hang tags on it. So I don't know if somebody bought it and brought it back the very next day, and I don't know, but the hang tags are still on it. So that works for me. So yeah, I got the purple guitar in there right now, and it works great. So, but thank you everybody for tuning in. We can sit here for a while and chit chat about guitars and gear, and if it's a new gear or guitar day for you, man, put it in the chat and let me know what you're up to. So I will tell you, to the subject matter at hand here. I was thinking, I said, what guitar am I going to take? Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. And I've been going back and forth. And I said, I really would like to take that Schecter. Now, you don't see it on the wall right now. I swapped it out for the Jackson because I wanted to play this guitar yesterday and see how the EMGs were. And it's fantastic. So I put the Schecter in the case for now. And I'm leaning toward the Schecter. And I was like, man, I love that guitar. It's a fun guitar to play. The Sustainiac is fun to use from time to time. Just, you don't want to overdo it, but it's a fun feature that none of my other guitars just don't, Sometimes you'll get some feedback on playing certain things if you use a wah pedal just right, cradle it just right. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of that effect, but it's not guaranteed, right? Unless you're playing through a loud ass amp, then yeah, but I don't think I'll be doing that. But so I said, man, I don't know. I said, for whatever reason, I don't know, man. Y'all know where I'm coming from. I said, let me go on Sweetwater and look at another Schecter Sun Valley shredder. I said, do they have black? I think black would look cool. I don't know. And I said, let's check it out. So I went on there. This was a few days ago. And they had black, but it was like a flat black. No gloss, no gloss finish. And the black was on back order. I was like, and I wasn't crazy about the color, really. I was like, it's cool, but it's not jumping out and grabbing me, right? But they had another color that was in stock, and it was like a dark blue with black mixed in with it. And there it was, just like that. When I saw the pictures, I said, oh my God. And Now, with the other Schecter that I've purchased, I already know it comes with that Floyd Rose Special. And I think they have upgraded stainless steel long post and screws on the top. So I think, technically, I think that's okay, in my opinion, but has the word special under Floyd Rose. Now, I don't know about y'all, but with my luck with Floyd Rose Specials, it has not been good. It's always been, they just don't hold their tuning. And those posts that are in there, those are considered on the Floyd Rose Special spectrum as well. So those posts are going to be soft. After you do a few dive bombs, your tuning's going to struggle to stay where it needs to be. And I said, well, that guitar will look awesome with some gold hardware, man. It would look killer. So that was a few days ago. And I said, okay, all right, well, don't worry about it. And I woke up earlier, got up about 1:30, and I had it in my shopping cart on Sweetwater, and I pulled it up again and looked at it and looked at the pictures. I said, man, dang. So I've always heard that it's a good thing to call your rep, and maybe, possibly, they can get you a better price than what's listed on the site. I've never done that with Sweetwater. I've never done that. And that popped in my mind. I said, let me call my rep, Paul, as Ralph calls him, Paul with the good hair. And when Ralph and I went to Sweetwater back in March, if you haven't seen that video, go on the playlist on this channel and go to Guitar Shop Reviews and watch that video where we toured the Sweetwater facility. And my rep, Paul, took us to some of the areas at Sweetwater that you can't go unless a representative is with you. So it's closed off to the general public, but he took us. And to some people, that's probably not a big deal. But I thought it was a big deal because I got to see things that you normally can't be seen. And it was really cool. So Paul took us on like this little mini tour, and then we filmed the rest of the facility, the grounds and all. It was a good time. It was fun. It was nice. The place is huge. Anyway, so I called Paul, and it's funny, man. I called the number, and it said, if you know your representative's extension, dial it now, or just hit 1 to be automatically connected to a representative. And I said, well, okay. And I hit 1. Doot. And he picked up, hey, Joe, what's going on? I could recognize his voice. I said, dang. I said, what's up, Paul? He said, how you doing, man? I said, I'm doing pretty good. And so I talked to him about the Schecter. And I said, man, is it possible? I said, look in my cart right now. And he pulled my account up. I said, look in my cart right now. He says, yeah. I said, you see that Schecter sitting there? He said, yeah. I said, is there any way you can get me a better price on that guitar? Is it possible? And I could hear him clicking away on his keyboard. He said, let me see. Now, let me add this to the scene. I might have to adjust something because I'm using a different setup here as far as the screen. So I have to adjust this. Sorry. Let's see. Bring this down here, I guess. I guess that's about right, maybe. And let me go over here so I can move the page, or in the words of Bob Seger, turn the page. All right, so here it is, the Schecter Sun Valley Super Shredder, Floyd Rose S electric guitar, Blue Rain. Is that not a cool ass name for that color? And if you look right here, it says sold on that model right there. That is the one that I bought. 7 pounds, 13 ounces. And you can see it list for $1,049. I will reveal what I got it for here in just a minute, but look at that beautiful guitar there. I mean, that is just absolutely, look at this, man. And it reminds me of something that Steve Lukather would play back in his heyday. But he did play Sun Valley guitars, or was that Valley Arts? That's Valley Arts. But you can see the Floyd Rose. You can see that it looks like stainless steel upgrades on it. But those posts are, and the reason I know this is from my other Schecter, and the experience I had anyway. And I like that the pickup selector switch is just a blade switch. It's not that big clunky switch. It's a regular blade switch. That's a big plus for me. But look at that, man. Damn. And there you go. See what I mean? So I'm going to replace that with a gold Godo 1996T along with the upgraded studs, Floyd Rose 1000 gold studs, EMG in the bridge, and the Sustainiac, of course, in the neck. And I also I've always loved this about these Schecters, that the headstock, man, looks like they got upgraded locking screws, but those will be gold too, titanium. Yeah, I've done ordered those. And those will be on the way. Diamond Series. So that's exactly like my blue powder, as I called it. But this here is just, I just love the way the colors go in to each other like this. That is sharp right there, man. That is tough. So I talked to him. I talked to Paul, and I said, "Man, can I get this here on Saturday?" He said, "Yeah." He goes, "Let me see what I can do." So he got it all fixed up to where it should be here Saturday. So as soon as I get it, I'm going to put the upgrades on it, and I'm going to put some gold Maxim strings on there. Those 24 karat strings. Going to put that on there too. Now just kind of picture that in your mind. That's going to really pop. So that's what I'm going to be taking August 1st, this right here. And Lord willing, everything's good when it gets here. And there's no issues, right? So that is that's what's going on there. Let me remove from scene. Are you sure you want to remove this layer? Yes, we do. There we go. And we'll get back to the chat here. I couldn't see the chat while I was doing that there. So let me get back to this chat. I'm a little bit behind, but that's what's coming. And so gas has struck again. So the price, what was it? $1,049. It lists for $1,049, which is a good deal. But I got it for $875. That's incredible. That's a great deal, man. Paul hooked me up, and I was like, wow. So there you go. I'm excited, man. I sent a payment to Sweetwater this morning for the going toward the Jack Butler. That's yeah. I played that the other day too. I still love the Jack Butler. It's amazing. And people were like, I can see ordinary people. This is just a waste. This is a waste. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. I know what I'm doing. It's called having fun and living life. That's what I'm doing. Can't take it with you. Ted Fair, I think the guitar you bring really depends on your set list and what the songs require. I agree, sir. Yes, I agree. And I think we'll be okay with the songs that are queued up to play. I think the Schecter will be perfect for that. Mechanic Jams, hey, man. He goes, what's up, Joe? How you doing, sir? It's nice to see you, man. Very nice to see you. Thank you for being here, sir. Ted Fair says that I saw a used Schecter Sun Valley shredder in a really cool metallic green. That color pops. Almost broke my neck. Taking a second glance. It'll do it, man. And one of my weaknesses is the color. I love if the color is awesome, I'm there 80%. It's got me 80% right there. And I already know how these guitars feel and how they play because I got one. So, hey, Jet Boy, what's going on, man? So I already know that it's a comfortable guitar for me. Let's see. Jet Boy says you have the Halo Flash Green. Oh, nice. Trying to get caught up here, man. Let's see. Charlie S., what's going on, Charlie? Oops, there it goes. Sorry. How you doing, man? It's good to see you. So, let's see. Oh, okay. Johnny Stillgood says that the Floyd Rose Special also has a different faceplate, so the post spacing is about 1 millimeter off. Otherwise, the post will be hitting the saddles. Yeah, I go ahead and that's what I love about the Godo, because one side has the fixed position on the faceplate of the Godo, and the other is just flat. So that way it doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't, that won't be an issue. That's something I love about the Godo. So I was like, oh, well, this is going to work. And, so yeah, it's, and technically I ordered the gold Godo 1996T and, locking screws. They won't be here until Tuesday, but I have a Firefly guitar over here, the Music Man knockoff. It's got that hardware on it. I'll just take it off of there, throw it on the Schecter, and when that other stuff comes, I'll put it on the Firefly. So I got the hardware. It's just on this other guitar. I'll take it off. That way, and that Godo, I've already got it set up and everything, intonated and all that. So it should be a pretty good swap over. I'm going to do a video of that. When it gets here, I'm going to set up the table here and set up a camera and record the video of me doing the upgrades on the Schecter. I think that'll make for a fun video. People seem to like that. And I just show how I swap it out, and I show how to, put the strings on. And there's actually been people that have watched those videos and it helped them. And that's great, because that's how I learned a lot of stuff, watching videos on here. And I don't mind sharing that. It trips me out. Some people want, I gotta keep it a secret. I'm like, what? Keep it a secret? William De Silva, that's bad to the bone. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's beautiful. I just love. Oh yeah, Jet Boy said, I wish they did a purple one. Oh my God, if they did, I would have. I didn't see one, but if they did, I would have nabbed it up. But this dark blue is I don't know, man. And the black, it just reached out. And let's see here. Schecter is old Jackson guys. Ricky Compton says that I can remember back when Schecter was just a parts company. Really? Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. I didn't know that. That's a new one on me, man. Well, they make killer guitars now, which we all know. Let's see here. Mechanic Jams, nice looking Schecter. Yeah, thank you, man. It's yeah, I'm stoked, man. He's like, we can get it there tomorrow if you want. I was like, no, how about Saturday, man? Because I got a lot going on Friday. I said, and it'll save me a little bit more money waiting an extra day. He said, yeah, okay. He said, do you want to sign for it or no signature? I said, no signature, man. I said, I'll be here all day. I'll be here. I'll be looking out for the FedEx truck and the UPS truck. They know this residence here. They pull. I'm not BSing you, especially the UPS guy. He looks like Santa Claus, man. just not as big. He'll come out, he'll take the box and he'll bring it up to the gate here. He'll say, "They got another one, huh?" Yeah, he knows. He just kind of laughs. He goes, "Have a good day." I'm like, "All right, man." But yeah, he knows this house very well. AB Normal, I've been eyeballing that Schecter for a while now. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, they got some beautiful Schecters available right now, man. And call your rep, and man, you can get a deal. You can get a deal. And oh man, what's up, Larry? Work less, enjoy life more. What's up, man? How you doing, Larry? Larry, man, old Larry. Y'all check him out. Work less, enjoy life more. You know what, Larry? I'm not just saying this. I got off work this morning, and my nighttime supervisor. Well, I was getting off work the day before, the morning before, and I was giving him my paperwork. I got to give him my paperwork every morning, and when I wrap things up, and he said, "Man, I thought about you the other day. I heard Panama by Van Halen was playing on the radio, and I thought about you." And I was like, "Wow, really? That's cool." So then, when I got off early this morning, I have that video on my phone, Larry, that song I made for you, "The Fog Is Gone," that was put on your Facebook group page. I still have that on my phone, so I showed him. I said, "I made this video for a friend of mine named Larry," and I went through the whole story about what you do and all that stuff, your channel and all that, everything. And I said, I do a song for Larry once in a while, and I said he likes country music, so this is what I made. And he was watching it, and he's like, "Dang, that's cool, man." So yeah, it's fun, man. It's really fun. But he got a kick out of it. Yeah. Scott from South Carolina is here. Just got here, Joe. Don't you already have a blue one? Yeah, it's a solid blue with a black pick guard. This one. Yeah, you can tell I'm in the South. This one is more of a dark blue, and the black is kind of mixed in together. You know, it kind of overlaps. It just looks really good. And for me, like I said, it gives me that Steve Lukather vibe. For whatever reason. Ricky Compton, he says those guitars are way underrated. The necks are sweet. Yes. I agree 100%, sir. Those necks are very comfortable. That's the one thing I was very shocked when I got mine a while back. I was like, damn, this thing is super smooth, man. Very, very smooth. Playability wise and everything, man. Let's see. Jip Boy says, "Hey Joe, would be cool titanium parts match the guitar color." Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to try gold. You know, I could do that, but the reason I wanted to do gold is because I want to put the gold strings on, and that's just going to click with the hardware. And those Maxim gold strings, man, I think I have one set left. I think they run about $65, I think. I just think it'd look good, and I have a set of those Maxim golds on my EVH Relic back here, and they do good, man. They're great strings. I think Brian May endorsed them for a while. Let's see. JB comments. He goes, "Looks like a blue swirl that G&L did way back in the day." Oh, that's nice. That's cool. Yeah, kind of got that swirl thing going on, don't it? Yeah. Yeah. Scott from South Carolina, he says, "Do you have to sell one now?" I wasn't planning on it. To be honest with y'all, I've sold a lot of my good stuff. I still have some nice guitars left, but they're the ones I wanted to keep, you know. But no, if it gets to the point where I have to, then I will. And I thought about that. I was like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to sell one or, I don't know. We'll see. Right now, I wasn't planning on it, but Shredder, low monthly payments. Hey, yeah. I always get they allow me the special financing for 3 years. And they probably do that with anybody. But that's what Paul told me. He said, we'll get you on the 3-year, 36-month finance. I said, that'll work because that gives you a nice cushion. So, but I always send more than what's due. I don't just do the minimum payment. I always try to, send a few $100 or something like that every pay period. But if something happens and I can't, I just pay the minimum, and if something else comes up, some other bills or something. I've done that for a long time now, and it just works out for me. But everybody's different. Some people could just pay in one shot. I just never was in that position to do that. But hey, it works. AB Normal, loud guitars are great, and I ain't just talking volume. Yeah, this guitar it looks like it's going to be ready to kick some butt, Let's see. Shredder says, I got my Sweetwater Candy and Reactor 100 today. Happy. So far, it sounds great. Yeah, man. I remember you were talking about that on the show Saturday night. That's good, man. What now? Mechanic Jams, you're leaving the Sustainiac? No, I'm not leaving it. No. This Schecter has the Sustainiac in it as well. It's the same model that I have with the blue and black. It's just a little bit of a different color, but it's the same guitar. No, I'm not leaving the Sustainiac, man. No, I love that feature. It's fun. It's a fun little thing to mess with. JP Stella, congratulations on your new guitar, Joe. You crazy mofo. What's up, JP? I know, man. Gas, dude. Gas struck again, man. Come on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's, let's see. JP Stella, could be delay on delivery because of the crappy weather around America. Lord, I hope not. But we're in the same time zone, Sweetwater, Fort Wayne, and here, so I'm hoping it's no issue. But yeah, you're right. You never know. But I hope not. I hope it goes smooth and get it here and set it up to do a video. That'll be fun. It'll be pre-recorded. It won't be a live video. That's just too much dead air when you do something like that live. I've tried it before live, and I was like, oh my God. So, Johnny's still good for sure. Godos are great too. Apparently, Eddie didn't like the Godo, at least the early models. I think it was called the 1986 T that came on the Music Man. Oh, nice. Yeah. The 1996 Ts, man, are phenomenal. If anybody has watched this channel for any length of time, they know that I bought the heck out of those units, man. Scott from South Carolina, I just bought some holo flash material. You iron it onto your guitar. I have to practice on one of my extra bodies. Oh, okay. Scott gonna step up his game there. Oh, interesting. I like to see when people do stuff like that. I wouldn't know what to do on something like that, but William De Silva, I want one if those pinstripe Schecters that are purple and black. They're $19.99 though, so my wife would strangle me in my sleep. Yeah, that's steep. I mean, that is steep. I mean, it's different for everybody, but yeah, you don't want to get to the point where it's going to get you in trouble like that. Nah, it ain't worth all that, man. William De Silva, I bought some of that Holo 2, Scott. Going to put it on one of my spirits. Oh, nice. Okay. Everybody's doing that. That's interesting. I hear you, JP. Let's see. Here's a great question. Schecter, is it USA made? I'm sure they have some that are, but I'm assuming for the price that I paid that it's not. I can't be 100% sure on that. I'm sure somebody in the chat can tell you, sir, because when it gets down to that detailed information, I don't really know. I don't look into it that much like that, but I'm sure they have some USA models. I would assume a lot of other companies do the same thing. Jitboy says, gold strings, I need some. Yeah, I get them from Amazon. I look at different sellers on Amazon and try to look at the prices. And, of course, I get 9 to 42 gauge. And, yeah, they're steep, but they're great strings. Lord knows I couldn't get them all the time. I just happen to have an extra set. I noticed in the utility drawer over there, I said, man, I got another set of Maxims over there. And I said, I said, we'll keep those. Johnny's still good. I'm a sucker for gold hardware also. Too bad they usually upcharge for gold. Yeah, they do. Yeah, you can get the 1996T trim system in chrome. And that's kind of the middle, I call the middle price range for what you're looking at. And of course, the black is the lowest price because it's black. You know, it's just plain Jane. And the gold is a little bit, you have to look around. You know, I've paid, I'm not kidding, for a gold Goto 1996T, I've paid upwards to $220 for one because they were, at the time you couldn't find them. They were, for whatever reason, they were just rare at that time. And then as time went on, more of them were, I guess, being produced or whatever. They would come down to like $175. And then I got mine for, I got lucky and found mine for $154. That's good. That's a lot better than $220, you know, but I would always, not always, but I bought quite a few gold ones if I feel like doing the gold hardware upgrade. Like I said, I don't do that a lot, but just on certain guitars. But and sometimes I would buy a gold one, and just keep it in the back. Just keep it, and just when I feel like what I think would fit on whatever guitar that would look good on, then I would grab it out of the back and use it. But yeah, to me it just looks slick, man. You know, I'm not trying to show off nothing. I just think it looks good. Aesthetically, it looks really cool. ST3, curious, do you measure the quality of your guitar you're interested in by how well it stays in tune while using the whammy bar or tremolo bar? That is a fantastic question, ST3. Now, this is subjective, okay? This is subjective. So now the Jack Butler, that guitar, it came stock with a Floyd Rose 1000. So I'm just going to do it like, let's just say on quality levels, Floyd Rose Special, there's different levels of and there's been people that's argued this with me on, and that's fine. It's their opinion. It doesn't bother me. I'm just going by my experience. The Floyd Rose Special sits kind of toward the bottom. Then you go up and you got the Floyd Rose 1000. Those are great. And then you got the Floyd Rose USA models, top of the tier. But yeah, for me personally, I've had guitars that were great playing guitars, but the trim system that's where they lacked in quality. that's where they cut back, and you can, they kind of cut back on the price. Well, that's because the Floyd Rose system is just cheap. Like with some of these other guitars, and even guitars that I've built and put together, I put the Goto on there, and it holds tuning. It does great. But yeah, so for me, sometimes I will kind of go by that. But I've been around it for so long now, I kind of know what I'm getting. If I look at that and it says Floyd Rose Special, I'm like, no, thank you. So I'll just upgrade it. It's raining outside. I can hear the rain coming down. Wow. Ted Fair says, sorry, I didn't get the memo. What is the new guitar, Joe? It's the Schecter Sun Valley Super Shredder. Yes, sir. It's like a blue and black layered color. Yeah. I'm trying to get caught up, y'all. I'm sorry. JP Stella, I live not far from Fort Wayne, Indiana, about 70 miles east, and the weather has been nuts with rain and strong winds. Ask for a raincoat box. Yeah, it just started raining right now. I don't know what I'm in for this afternoon when I go driving the big rig. Who knows? Ted Fair, I couldn't find the Goto 1996T. The sales rep said that someone from South Carolina had bought them all. And there was a time a year or two ago where I was buying them a lot. I was mainly getting the chrome. But yeah, I was getting them quite a bit. Let's see. Somebody asked about the Schecters. Are they USA made? William De Silva says there are some that are USA. And there's some that are Japanese as well, which that's fantastic quality. So, yeah, mine, I'm going to guess and say mine's probably made in Indonesia. I don't know. Oh, there we go. William De Silva says that most are made in Indonesia these days, which is still great quality. I've got plenty of guitars that are made in Indonesia, and they do great. Great guitars. What the hell? Wait a minute. Am I seeing this right? Larry. Holy. What is going on? Is this? Oh my God. I've been blessed recently, and I want to pay it forward for the Guitar Fund, especially if you're adding gold hardware. Larry with the super chat. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you, Larry. Holy shish kebab. Oh my God. Larry, you didn't have to do that, man. That's just oh my God. That is crazy. That is crazy, man. Thank you. It's just oh my God. Thanks, man. Thank you very much, Larry. That was not necessary, man. Check out Work Less, Enjoy Life More. Larry's a cool dude, man. Very kind person. Wow. I'm speechless, man. Damn. Thank you, man. Thank you. Johnny's still good. Yeah, actually, I have a gold one sitting in the box, a 1996 T. Yes, that's a great unit. Fantastic unit. Musician's Friend has the Gator hardshell case for $59.99 today, which is $40 off. That's a great deal. That is a great deal. Yes, William De Silva, I agree. I was like, what is going on here? What is happening? Oh, this was like a dream. Yes, the spare trim system. Yeah, it comes in handy. It comes in handy. That's yes, and that's effing awesome. Work less, enjoy life more. William De Silva says, "Yeah, unbelievable, man." It's Fort Wentz here. Yeah, it's it's Fort Wayne, Fort Wentz. Yeah, that's right. Wow, that was nice of you. At work less, enjoy life more. I'm still in just disbelief. This is crazy. Joe didn't notice the donation. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up in the chat, and I was scrolling and I saw that. I said, "What is that?" And because it's really small on my end, looking on my computer screen, and I was just like, "What does that say?" And wow. Larry Riker, what's up, Larry? Brother Larry. He says, "Work less, enjoy life more." That's amazing. Yeah, I'm like, what? What is going on here? There it is, John. Yeah, priceless. I was like, what? I can't even speak. Oh, let's see. For my ninja, for work at work less, enjoy life more. Heck yeah, brother. Glad to hear you've been blessed and are paying it forward. Hope you stay blessed. Yeah, thank you, Larry. That's Larry has an amazing channel. Amazing channel. And yes. Let's see. William De Silva, yes, sir. Indonesians are making great guitars these days. They make more guitars than anyone else. So with that experience, they are getting really good at it. Yes, I agree. The quality is amazing. Yes, they are very amazing. That was yes, Johnny Stillgood. That was cool. Scott, I think your guitar may be made in South Korea. It could be. I don't know. I have to look at my other one and see what it says on the back of the headstock. Yes. Johnny Stillgood. It was a nice reaction to see life. You don't see too many nice interactions online. Oh, yeah. Yes, that was, I was like, what the heck is going on, man? Thank you, Larry. That's, my gosh. Ted, I had to do a double take on that donation. I thought it was Mexican peso currency. No, I didn't know. I could see, I was scrolling and I saw it like red, and I was like, but I couldn't make out the number. I had to kind of get really, I need an eye exam too, and this laptop is really small. But yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. Thank you, Larry. Shredder, I am checking with Schecter's serial number lookup and do not see factory S, which is what my S1 Elite is. Oh my gosh. Let's see. All right. I got to stay focused here. Okay. Larry Riker, brother Larry's awesome, cool guy, man. Are you putting a tooth on the new Sun Valley shredder? I have one and I want to change the trim, but not sure which model would fit. A tooth? I'm putting a Godo 1996T on it. I don't know if that's what you're referring to, Larry. Yeah. Yeah, I do know that the 1996T will fit the Sun Valley because there was somebody else that got that same guitar and they were wanting to upgrade the trim as well. And when I put mine on there, it barely fit. To be honest, I mean, it barely fit in the cavity. It was close, and I was kind of nervous. I was like, "Oh my God, is this going to work?" And it did. It barely fit. But see, here's the thing. When sometimes people will put those new systems in, and the long bolts in the back will lay against the body, because it won't go down in the cavity because the bolts are long. You can swap those bolts out for titanium or whatever, and they're shorter. So that way the system will go down into the cavity. I've dealt with that before. Luckily, I have some. I have some in my little backstock area just for that because I ran into that problem before. Some people actually ratted out the cavity with a tool, and I was like, "Nah, man, I'm not doing that." I just put shorter bolts, and it was perfect. And so yeah, let's see. Hey, Larry, work less, enjoy life more. Thank you, man. You're a genuine good guy and a good friend, Joe. Keep being you. Oh, man. Thank you, brother. That's, thank you so much, man. And you are as well. Thank you. Damn, can I call in work, take off work today? Can I? No, I'm kidding. No, my employer don't look too proudly at that. Yeah. Larry Riker. Oh, you must be doing speech to text because it's coming up different stuff. Got not tooth. Spell check got me. Yeah, Godo. Yes. Yes, sir. I'm putting a Godo 1996T, and I'm going to film a video of it when everything gets here. So, and if the long bolts are too long in the back, I'll show you how to swap those out for shorter ones, and we should be good. Should be good. Yes, yes. It should say right behind the headstock where it's made. Yeah, mine says Indonesia. Yeah, I remember that now. Yes, you are correct, sir. You are correct, sir. Shredder says that it says S might be USA Custom Shop. Ooh. Man. Godo, yeah. I got you, Larry. Yeah, I understand, man. It's aggravating because if I'm going down the road, especially in the rig, and if my wife sends me a message or something, that's how I have to respond with the speech to text, and it always gets the words wrong. You know, and I'm like, oh my God. So, you know, what can you do? She just sends back LOL, you know. She goes, what was that? And I was like, and I start yelling at the phone. I said her. And you start yelling. And it'll still put up something different, you know. Like, you know, I don't know. I can't think of an example right now, but it'll say something completely different. I remember I was responding to a text from her, and it just spoke in my normal volume level of voice. You have to kind of speak up in that big rig anyway. So I'm going and it sends, and she said, "What was that?" And I kind of glanced at it and it said, what I said was not what it put out there. It put like Big Bear in the Woods, left side of the sign. I was like, what? What is that? She's like, are you driving drunk? I was like, no. So I had to do it again, and I literally yelled at the phone, and it finally got it right that time. It's crazy, man. Searching for Tone. Good day, everyone. It's been a while. I've been a bit busy. How you doing, sir? Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Very nice to see you. Mr. Mick, hello. Mr. Mick says, hi, Joe. Is that a new white Jackson behind you? It looks sweet. Thank you, sir. This I've actually had. This is a 2021. So I've had it for 5 years. I bought it brand new from, I think I came across this from AMS back then, and it was like one of their stupid deal of the day, their version of that. I forget what it was called, but so I ordered it, and it had gold hardware, but again, it was the Floyd Rose Special tier, and the pickups, the guitar feels amazing, and the playability is great, but that gold the gold Floyd Rose Special and those posts, I even did a video on this channel when I swapped it out. It got a lot of views. I was really shocked. I was like, wow, this video's getting views. And so upgraded to a Godo, and then but the pickups were just not really high output. So I took this guitar a few weeks ago to Cornerstone, and they put some upgraded pickups in for me, an EMG 8185. And I played this guitar yesterday. Now the sad part, it was sad to me, when I got this guitar, I remember it was in the wintertime, and they say that if you get a guitar and it's shipped, wherever, coming from a colder climate to a warmer climate or vice versa, or if it's kind of the same, whatever, that they say to leave the guitar in the shipping box for 24 hours so it can acclimate to its current location. Well, I didn't do that. It was delivered, and I let it sit in there for maybe a couple hours. And I was like, man, take that thing out of the box. I'm ready to jam, Took it out of the box, and I'm playing it, and I didn't notice it at first. And you would not notice it either unless I pointed it out to you. So I'm sitting there playing, and this was like a day or two later. Sitting there playing, and I'm looking, I just happened to look down, and I looked, and I said, went like that, like there was on the body, right under the strings, in between the pickups, just right under that high E string. And I kept flicking, and I was like, why is there hair on there? Whose long ass hair is stuck on that guitar? That's kind of weird. So I kept, and it wouldn't move. And I said, uh-oh. So I took my fingernail and went, and yep, it was a crack. It's a hairline crack. And it's ever so, you can see it though. And I'm assuming, because it wasn't like that when I took it out of the box, because I looked at everything and I said, oh, this is great. 2 days later, there was a hairline crack, and it's still like that. So I'm assuming that's because, I guess, I didn't let it acclimate like they said. And ever since, I've always just left the guitars in the box for maybe a day or two before I take them out. And I haven't had that issue since. But that's the only flaw that's on there. It's ever so slight, but you can feel it when you do your fingernail. You can feel it. It's like, oh, man. But other than that, the guitar is fantastic. It was on sale. It was some kind of closeout. It was like $599.99. It's got a neck through. It plays fantastic. 24 fret. It's got upgraded everything now. But yeah, that's the only thing. And like I said, if I didn't tell you, you probably wouldn't see it. Not right away. You wouldn't see it. So let's see. Let me see here. We got Larry Riker is chiming in. Oh, brother Larry says, I always have strings pop out of the Floyd on my Schecter. I switched away from coated strings and that helped, but still happens on occasion. I had that happen on a couple of guitars, man, and what I did is I swapped out the saddle block inserts for stainless steel, and I replaced the long bolts in the back, and it solved that problem. Those saddle block inserts, for me, with my experience, they were soft. It's soft metal, and you can tighten that up tight as you can. It's going to pop out, especially on that high E, because it's just soft metal. So if you swap that out, it should solve that problem. It did for me. But let's see. Shredder says that another lookup says S. Schecter is Samick, South SPG, Korea. VH5150, what's going on? Hey, searching for tone. Good to see you, Brian. He says, yeah, man. It's good to see everybody here. Thank you for even stopping in to hang out. This is really nice. Before I head off to the workplace, I have to fix me something to eat before too long. Man, I did something yesterday I haven't done in a long time. I hit up McDonald's on the way to work. Can you believe that? And I do. It's been a long time. I don't really do McDonald's like I used to when I was a younger man. You're in your 20s and 30s, and you're trying to save money and getting dinner for the family back then, and it was just, Anyway, I stopped, and I remember this. What are the two sandwiches? If you order one of these two or both, they fix fresh on the spot. Let's see if anybody can answer that question. There's two sandwich items that if you order, they fix fresh on the spot. And let's see. Raging Kane says that, yeah, that's a hard thing to do. Leave your new guitar in a box and wait to open it. Yeah, I know, man. And then, like I said, I learned the hard way. With it. Let's see here. Well, yeah, I went to McDonald's. Usually I hit it after work. Yeah, that was for breakfast sometimes. But yeah, I hit this on the way to work because my wife's not here, and I had to. I was hungry, man. I said I got to eat something. I can't just not have something. That's going to be in a bad way later down the road, All right, let's see. There's two sandwiches that are made fresh on the spot when you order them. Scott has one of them right there, the fish sandwich. That is correct. It's the fish sandwich and the quarter pounder or double quarter pounder. Those are the two that when you order, yes, VH5150 is correct. Yeah, that's the two sandwiches that are made on the spot. So I remembered that, and I went to they got those double speaker drive-through lanes, and I said, well, and Big Mac might be as well. I just always heard it was the fish sandwich and quarter pounder, but Big Mac might fall in that category. I don't know, but I've gotten a Big Mac before, and it tastes like it's been sitting in the warm-up tray for a while. That was my experience anyway. But so I went there yesterday, and I already had a Sprite, plastic bottle of Sprite with me, and I said, just give me I got the double fillet of fish because you can get the double now. And I got that and a quarter pounder with cheese and a large fry. And he said, that'll be $16.20. 24 cents, whatever the change was. So I pull around, pay with the debit card. And he goes, yeah, just pull up to the next window. And the girl said, can you pull over in spot number 2? We'll bring it out to you. I said, yes, ma'am. Not a problem. Because I knew they were fixing it. And I said, yep, that don't bother me because it's going to be fresh, right? So I get it. And I said, this McDonald's is about maybe 15 minutes from work. And again, I don't do Mickey D's a lot at all. I was just in a pinch yesterday, so to speak. So I went ahead and I'm driving and I've got the bag sitting over here and I reached and I was like, all right, here's the first thing I pulled out was the double fillet of fish, right? I ate that. It was good. But man, I haven't had it in so long. What I'm getting at is the first thing I noticed with that food was the sodium. I was like, dang, it hit hard. I was like, whoa, man, golly. And so it's something. It was I could tell a big difference. I was like, wow, oof. I said, lad, we don't need to do this for a long time. Ted Fair, has anyone seen the new EVH Wolfgang Special guitar in candy green? Wow, that color looks amazing. They are sharp. They are sharp. How come I didn't do the pop-out chat to begin with? Man, let's see here. Shredder says that my Tesla shares lost 14.5% today. I guess I'm poor again. Yeah, I looked at my stock. I don't have Tesla stock. I have stock in something else, and I looked, and I was like, dang, it dropped. Man, it dropped a lot. And I was like, oh, my God, what is going on? It made me kind of nervous. I was like, damn. I just, hopefully it'll go back. Yesterday and the day before, it was doing good. And then today, it took a nosedive, man. Raging Cane Sweet, I never knew that about McDonald's, the 2 sandwiches. Yeah, I remember hearing it a long time ago, and so I wanted to test the theory out. And it apparently is true. It worked for me, so. Scott from South Carolina, the carnivore guys buy just the meat patties at McDonald's. It's cheaper and on the add-on menu. Oh. That's interesting. Searching for Tone Cookout is good. I used to like Burger King, but wife never really did. Yeah, my wife, Burger King, we used to try. There's one right here close to the house, and we used to do it, Burger King, once in a while, and something changed with them. Everything did since the pandemic. I mean, in my opinion, it's just the quality of everything just went in the tank on a lot of stuff. But if you're into that kind of thing, like Burger King or whatever, fast food, which I don't suggest it, if only if you have to, you don't have a choice. But driving a rig, sometimes that's all you have access to. But the Burger King here, I get something like a Whopper or whatever, and it's good. But how's that old saying go? I like Burger King, but Burger King doesn't like me. That's how that goes. So, it's Shredder says salt. Yes, yeah. I could taste a lot of sodium in that food yesterday. Big time. I could really tell. I was like, oh my God. Which is that's a good thing in a way, because I haven't had it in so long, and I was able to notice that right off the bat. Just think of people that eat that every day. That's what I thought about. I was like, my gosh, man. But whatever, man. I don't know. Scott from South Carolina, he says that my grandson likes Burger King, so I get the Bacon King double patty. That is good. I enjoy that sandwich. My God. Watch me go to Burger King here in a minute. Oh my God. It is good. And I'm like, I tell myself, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know what's going to happen. And I'm like, oh, maybe it'll be different this time. you talk yourself into something sometime. Oh my God. I remember the onion rings were killer when I was a kid, and now they kind of taste like they did back then, but then again they don't. And I'm like, I don't know. I guess maybe my taste buds have changed since I've gotten older. I don't know. Or maybe they changed the food. I think they just changed the food. That's what I think. William De Silva, I remember when the Whoppers were $1 for a long time. Used to eat those all the time. Yeah, you remember, do they, I didn't even notice this yesterday. I should have, but I didn't look. Do they still have the dollar menu at McDonald's? I didn't pay that no attention. I remember you could get like $1, what they call it, McDouble or something, for like $1. You get all kind of things for $1. And I was like, wow. And then Subway had that $5 footlong for a long time. That's gone. All that stuff is gone. And I mean, the prices are just, some of the stuff is outrageous. And the bad thing is, if you're at a fast food place inside of a truck stop, it's even more expensive. They jack the prices up for truckers because they know truckers are stuck. They don't have nowhere else to go get something to eat. So they take advantage of that situation. And I'm like, man, that's messed up. So I got the 2 sandwiches and a large fry from Mickey D's yesterday. $16 and some change, which wasn't bad for what I got in today's time and era. But that same thing at the truck stop would have been easily over $20. Easy. But I've been there. I know. It's like, damn, they charge a lot for this. Let's see here. Johnny's still good. Yeah, I used to eat fast food every day 20 years ago, and my metabolism could handle it. Can't eat that stuff anymore. Yeah, same here, brother. If I have it, it's once in a blue moon, man. I do not sit there and have it like I used to. Yeah, I remember the good old days of having good metabolism. That's gone. My body's like, metabolism, what's that? We ain't seen him in 15 years. Yeah. Oh my God. Anyway, Shredder, I ate Wendy's twice a day when I was younger until I was referred to a heart specialist. I quit cold turkey. Oh my God. Every day. Dang. Well, I'm glad you got checked out, Shredder. That's great, man. Ted Farrell, we used to call those establishments with questionable food greasy spoon restaurants. Yes. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me, sir. William De Silva, the onion rings at Sonic are my favorite fast food onion ring. I haven't been to Sonic in a long time. I think, well, I'll tell you why. This is going to sound weird, but in my first marriage, I got married in 92. We were married for 13 years, and then that marriage was over. But one of the places she liked to go to a lot was Sonic Drive-In. We did that so much, I got burnt out. And so I just never went back, and their food was okay. It didn't set up how my list of like, oh, let me go back there again. I can't wait to go back. It was kind of like, eh. But the last time that I went there, I was with my current wife. I can barely remember. We were on the other side of town in Easley, and there's a Sonic over there. And she says, let's get Sonic. You want to? And I was like, okay. Haven't had it in years. And I think we both got like a BLT from there. It was good. But that's the last time I had it. That had to have been, man, over 5 years ago, if not longer. But yeah, their onion rings are good, yeah. JP Stella, fast food is like buying guitars, right, Joe? Can never get enough. Oh my God. I guess you could compare that. Yeah. William De Silva. Yeah. Regular Taco Bell is almost $2 now. For F's sake. Yeah. It's, yeah, Taco Bell jacked up their prices. Everybody has. I heard on, I don't know how true this is. We just got into fast food talk here, but who cares? We talk about whatever we want. I saw a video on YouTube the other day where somebody said that a bunch of these restaurants are closing down. Pizza Hut's went downhill. Pizza Hut used to be the bomb when I was a kid. And they just went to crap because I think the people working there over time have destroyed that brand in those restaurants. They just don't want to work and they're just lazy. That'll destroy anything, any business. But let's see, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Wendy's. What else did I hear? There's a few other of those types of restaurants that are closing. A lot of locations, a lot. And I was like, wow, I didn't know that. But Taco Bell used to be, you could go in there, man, and get a bunch of stuff for like $10. And I mean, you get a lot of stuff. Not now. Scott from South Carolina, I used to get Fiesta chicken salad at McDonald's, but never came back after the virus. Yeah, I'm staying away from lettuce for quite some time until they get all this figured out. I was like, man. Larry Riker, I like Chick-fil-A. We need an In-N-Out around here. Yeah, that's I've never had In-N-Out. That's a West Coast thing. I've always heard good things about that In-N-Out burger. I wish they would put one out here. What is the other one that they got some around here? Was it Whataburger? I have not tried that yet. They got a few of those locations here, and I have not tried it yet. And I would like to. It's just there's not one really close to me. I have to kind of go across. I'd go a good ways away, like halfway to work or something. Shredder, I should start a drone food delivery service at truck stops, or just hire the the lot lizards. Oh God, you don't want to be around them at all. Ugh. RNG says we used to call them McDonald's mucus pit, or mukes for short. Oh Lord. JP Stella, truck stops have crazy pricing. Yes, it sure does. It's steep, man. It is steep. I try to. I have a Love's Rewards card, so when I get fuel early in the morning, like 4 in the morning, I'm getting fuel in the truck and trailer. You insert that rewards card and it builds up points, right? I think now I got like $80 built up. So what I'm trying to do is I'll get that to $200 and I'll go inside the truck stop and I'll buy a headset. I've got a headset and I got a spare one I use here at the house. Those things run about, right at $200. But I use my points to buy it. So I'm got about another $100 to go. And right now I'm getting 4 points a gallon. So that's pretty good. I'll hit that 200 before long, and I'll go buy another headset and keep it as a backup in case mine breaks. I got one to go to. Excuse me. Blue Parrot, great headsets. JP Stella, I was a White Castle aficionado in the 80s and 90s, musician's midnight gig diet. White Castle. Now, I don't know if this is the same quality, but I remember we tried those. They had them in the freezer section here in the grocery store, and I didn't like them. I had too many onions on them. I'm not a fan of onions, and I didn't like it. I'm sure it'd be better quality from the actual restaurant. I'm sure you could probably get it without onions too. Larry Riker, get gas from fast food and guitars. That's right. That's right. RNG, be careful with that lettuce these days. You might have a heck of a blowout. Yeah, it's man, it's scary, isn't it? Man, all from what was it, a parasite or something? They said that is crazy. Yeah, JP Stella, tariff prices and gas is getting out of hand. Tell me about it, man. I don't know what's going on in this country lately. There's so much crazy stuff happening with all the. I don't know. I could go into a whole nother rabbit hole about that. I try to stay neutral on here and not voice too many of my opinions, because as a content creator, you kind of have to be like that. The chat can say what they want. They can voice whatever opinion. So I just have to have to be neutral. And but I have my opinions, and I can say, without getting too deep, things are getting crazy in a lot of different aspects. Crazy. But what are we going to do, man? What are we going to do? The problem is so much bigger than anything we can do about it. William De Silva, in and out, is top notch. I would love to, if I ever had the opportunity, I would love to try that. JP Stella, what a burger. It was good years ago. Haven't had it in a few years. Yeah, I've never tried it. A buddy of mine I work with went there and said that it was excellent. And I said, oh, okay. Bill Frank, hi Joe, let the good times rock. Hey, Mr. Frank, how you doing, man? Yes, sir. We are rocking this afternoon, having a good old time, and the chat is amazing. Let me scroll this up so I can show some more comments here. Scott from New York. What's up, brother Scott? Hey, just got home from work. What did I miss? Well, I ordered a Schecter this morning, man. Sun Valley Super Shredder. It's the same as the Schecter I have, just a different color. And this is like a darker blue with some black mixed in with it. It's beautiful. And I called my Sweetwater rep, and I was able to get a really good price. It goes for $1,049, and I was able to get a really good deal. So that's what we were talking about. Yes. And a very kind gesture from Larry at Work Less, Enjoy Life More. It blew my mind. That'll never happen again on here, I'm sure, but thank you, Larry, again, if you're still here. That was, I'll send him an audio message here when I get done. And, wow. Shredder, get your boss to get you a Tesla big rig with full self-driving and induction fry grill. That's something that's been on my mind lately, is these driverless rigs. My gosh. It's, that is crazy. Slim Fire. Hey, Joe, how are you doing? I'm joining late, but I'm here. Thank you, Slim. Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it very much. Very glad to have you here, sir. Very glad to have everybody. Mr. William De Silva, yeah, the craziness started around 2016. Yeah, sure did. Johnny Stillgood, health insurance is probably the worst right now. Yes. And what gets me is the younger folks. I'm starting to be an older guy now, so I say the young people. And when I say young people, they're probably, let's say 22 up to early 30s, right? And they'll put videos out on, I see it on YouTube, and it's they are wigging out over their mortgage prices, and their mortgage is like, let's say it's like $1,800 a month, which I guess nowadays is a good mortgage. I guess. But their mortgage will double, and then it goes to like, $3,600 or $3,000, and the girl is crying on camera. It's, oh no, we're going to afford it. And the reason it went up is because the insurance for the property went up. And I was like, damn, how these young people going to make it? I mean, things were tough when I was young, but It's different nowadays. It's, you know, I don't know. It's just, I feel bad for younger people, man. It sucks. Life is hard. But a lot of the younger people, man, they want to, I feel, in my opinion, they want to keep up with the Joneses. They want to have a nice SUV. They want to have the nice house. And they want to have the nice clothes. And now they're barking about not having enough money to survive. And that's just what I see. And I'm like, oh, man, I had to learn too. And it's, you know, I'm 56 and there's still times when we struggle, but we're not in that desperate of a situation like those younger people are. God bless them. I hope it works out for them, but yeah, health insurance is high. They talk about that too. This one guy got on there and said that his family coverage, I'm not kidding. This is what the man said. $2,100 a month. A month. Who the hell can afford that? You might as well just not have insurance and just pay out of pocket. I would. The hell with that. JP Stella, we the people will start a revolution. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Scott says, sweet on the new guitar. Thank you, man. Yes, thank you very much. Let me scroll down. Johnny's still good. Not probably. It's the worst not to add another log to the fire. William De Silva. Yes, sir. JP Stella. Time to take our country back from the elite class. Yeah. Something's got to change, man. Oh, there's Larry. Work left, enjoy work left. He left work. Work less, enjoy life more. You're very welcome. Thank you, sir. Man, golly, that's holy crap. Ooh, that's having to pinch myself, man. It's like, what just happened here? Johnny's still good. Agree. We will get sick from all this stuff. Scott from New York chimes in. All I can say is that I'm proud that I did not vote for the current president because I don't believe anything he ever says. It's always lies. Well, there you go. You have a right to voice your opinion, sir, and there it is. Let's see. Scott from South Carolina, you ain't kidding. Life is hard. Yes, it is. It's tough. It is tough. Mr. Bill Frank, Michigan just got a Jack in the Box. It's been over 40 years since the last one closed. That is the hamburger I would like to try again. There was a couple in, it was closer to work, and they just didn't. There might be one on the other side of town that I don't know if it's still there or not. It might be gone, but I know the one that was closer to work, it just never did well, and they shut it down. Oh my God, I remember years ago I did a video at that location after they shut it down. I did a video at that Jack in the Box. My God, how long ago was that? Damn, 8 or 10 years ago? I don't know. Maybe not as long as I think. But it was quite some time back. JP Stella, I just get some salt and start eating my guitar and drum gear. Oh, man. We'll shred for food. There you go. Yeah. Yes. Slim Fire, at work, less, enjoy life more. That was very generous of you and awesome, too. Yes, it was, man. It was just, I ain't never in my life seen anything like that. Scott from New York, how do you wear glass and enjoy life more when you can't afford to enjoy these days? How do you wear glass? Oh, how do you work less and enjoy life more? Oh no, that's the name of his channel, man. You know, he he works a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's his goal, is to work less and enjoy life more before you get too old. But yeah, he has a great channel, man. He does really good. And he's on his off-grid property, and he's hey, look, I only wish I could do something like that. But he's paid his dues, man, and he's doing what he loves to do, man. Mr. Curtis, I'm on the way back from Zaxby, so I have to watch the replay later. Zaxby's all right, man. Zaxby's is good. We have it once in a while. We have that once in a while. It's pretty good. We'll shred for food, yes. William De Silva, Bob's Burgers, I used to love it. Never see those here in Oregon, or at least not anymore. Scott says that best place for burgers is called Five Guys. Yeah, they have one of those. Well, it's across town, but I've had it once. Was it good? Yes. Was it pricey? Yes. It was for me, I was like, my God, I haven't been back since. And that was many years ago. But it was good. They gave you a lot of fries too. I think half of the bag was full of fries, which they were excellent. But I haven't been to Five Guys since that one time. Yeah. JP still okay, people, peace out. JP says, Joe, you're still a crazy mofo. Laugh out loud. Tell Ralph he needs to jam with you soon on that acoustic kit. Yes, we will, sir. We will. Yes. Work less, enjoy life more. Larry, there he is. The channel name is just to remind people to take a day off or a weekend off and spend time with your friends and family, because life is short. That is correct. And it's an incredible channel. Check him out. Distortion Dale. Does that say Pals? Pals has the best burgers? Hey, Dale. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. Let's see. Bill Frank, I thank the good Lord for watching. I'm sorry. I thank the good Lord for working at Ford. My benefits are paid by them. A family of four does not pay insurance. Yes, that's true, man. It's nice to give thanks and to be grateful. You know, I am. And my insurance is still good. It used to be like really, really, really good, and it's been knocked down a little bit. It's still good, but when I see videos of what people are paying for insurance, that I was shocked. I was like, oh my God. So it made me kind of step back and take a look. And I said, man, I'm lucky to have this job and to have some decent benefits. But you know, it's like I said, the job I have, it's very, very time consuming. Very, very. And you see, look, man, I'm got my stuff on for work, getting ready to go to work. But that's just how it is. Could be worse, man. Let's see. That's great advice. Work less. Yes, it is. It is. And that's what I love about his channel. Larry's a nice guy, man. He's just down to earth, man. It's him and his two dogs, Marty and Mason, and they travel over on adventures, and sometimes he'll hook up with other travelers of that, you know, of camping. What is the Runaway Parents, Mike and Twyla? I saw the live that Larry did with them the other day. It was excellent. Mike is a trip, man. He's funny. And Twyla, she's a sweet lady. And it was nice to see that live stream. My wife and I sit there and watch the whole thing. And it was good. If you just watch Larry's channel, you'll see what I mean, man. It'll speak for itself. His editing is incredible. Everything. He's the reason he inspired me when I got my camper. And I've always wanted a camper I've always wanted a camper for many, many years because, well, see, Larry, that's what we can talk about that on your show sometime if you ever want to do that. I could tell you that story about how I got into campgrounds and got into that and my love for that stuff. It's just as I grew older, I couldn't do it as much because of my work schedule. But watching Larry's channel, I've seen him grow, man, his channel rather, and just how things have just changed for him in a positive way. And it's interesting to watch, and he's a great content creator. And I'm not just saying that; I'm being honest. It's fun to watch. It's hard to find good stuff to watch on YouTube, man. It is. And we started watching Larry's channel about I don't know. Let's see, how long has it been now, Larry? I guess over a year, maybe longer. I don't know the exact time, but I came across Larry's channel first, and I said, "Oh, check this dude out, man. This is cool." And the thing that grabbed me first, and this might sound silly to some people, but the thing that grabbed me first was his love for his animals. Because my wife and I have always been huge animal lovers, dog lovers, and we got a cat. We got a cat now. Our dogs passed away. They were old. We had 3 little chihuahuas, and they lived to be between the ages of 13 and 14, and that was a big blow to us. They were family. They weren't like family. They were family, and because our kids are grown, they're moved out and they're married and living their lives, and but that was the first thing I noticed with Larry's channel, the love he has for his animals, and I said, I got to watch this some more, man. This guy's cool. And then he would say, well, we're going to go camping here. We're going to set up camp here, and I'm going to cook a steak. And he's like, I got something going on with my camper top here. Let me see what's going on. And then he'd fix it. And I was like, damn. I was like, how the hell did he do that? And I just find that fascinating. He took a small, what was that, man? Was it like a little geo tracker or something? He took that and put a camper top. He had one built and put on there, and it's the world's smallest, like, mobile camper. I mean, it made big headlines on Google. I'm not just blowing smoke. I'm being serious. That's how innovative Larry is. I was like, dang. And you can sleep in that thing, and it's really cool. That's just a couple of examples. So if you're looking for something different to watch, because I don't watch guitar stuff all the time on YouTube. I don't. Very rarely. I'll look at other things, and because I'm always playing guitar and I'm always trying to do this show, and then Ralph and I do our show on Saturday nights, and sometimes I just want to get a break from guitar stuff. Not that I don't love it, but you kind of experience burnout, so I want to watch something different. So we watch Larry's channel, and my wife will say, if it's like in the middle of the week or something like this, I'll get up and get ready, and I'll go out there, and she'll say, this is no joke. I'm not making this up. Larry's got a new video out. And I said, oh, yeah, okay. So she'll fix lunch or whatever, and we'll sit down and turn on the TV, and we'll watch Larry's video while we eat. And that is the God's honest truth. I'm not joking. And I was like, dang, that's all right, man, So it's a great channel. It's, if you've ever been camping or you like camping, I've always loved it. And so I got inspired to get the camper that we have. The only thing, it was kind of rough at first because my wife didn't know I was going to get it. And I went to, what was it? It wasn't Camping World. It was another place. Oh, man, I'm drawing a blank. Or the name of the place. And I went, and my mom was with me because my mom has a Toyota 4Runner, and it's got the tow package on it, and it's a V6, so that car is just strong enough to pull that little Jayco 17-foot Hummingbird. That's what it is. I call it the bird. And we went there, and I told the guy, it was a young guy, a young salesman. He was a young dude, man. He's, I don't know, 19, 20. He might have been older, but he looked like he was fresh out of high school. And he said, what are you looking for? Tell me exactly what you're looking for. I said, I want a little camper big enough for 2 people, but I want to make sure it's got a shower, a toilet, and a stove and a microwave, all the amenities. I said, I don't want to have to go to no bathhouse. And he's like, all right. And he took me down there and he showed me this one. And he showed me another one. The other one I didn't like. It looked crusty. And I went back and looked at the Hummingbird, and I said, yeah, I like that. And I made a deal and got it. And I took a picture. The guy put a sold sticker on the tongue of it. And he said, you want to stand and I'll take your picture? And I was like, yeah. And I sent it to my wife. Whew. Yeah, she was upset for a couple of days. And then and I got it here, and I dropped it off in the yard here, and I took my mom's car back. And then she came out of the house, and I had the door unlocked. She opened it, and I did it's got one slide out on it. She walked in, she looked at it, and she started snapping pictures. I knew then. I said, oh, she likes it. So we're supposed to go camping in about a week and a half at the local campground up here, and I might make a video there. I'm not good at that like Larry is. I just, but it's fun. It's a small campground, KOA. They have a swimming pool, and that's like it. But that's fine with me. I mean, you're supposed to relax, and chill. So we're looking forward to that. Searching for tone. Always wanted a camper, but I'm a bad driver. Oh, Lord. Man. Yeah, you don't want to have no accident there with that. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah. Thank y'all for subbing to his channel. That's nice. Scott from New York says, believe me, I know life is short. I have a friend that's in the hospital that they took off of. Oh, man, because of his motorcycle accident. I'm sorry, man. Godspeed to your friend's family. Bill Frank, are you part of the Teamsters Union? Yes, sir, I am. I am a union member, yes. That is correct. I did hear about that, Scott. Did you watch Philip McKnight's recent video where he accidentally bought a guitar? Yeah, Ted Farrer told me about that. Yeah, I was like, uh-oh. I've actually, I don't want to say accidentally, but I remember buying a guitar and waking up the next morning, and I thought, there's no way I did that. And sure enough, I looked at the emails, and there it was, and I said, oh, my God. I said, oh, no. I could tell you all kind of stories about that. Yes, thank you, Larry Riker, for subbing to Larry's channel. He's you will be very entertained by that channel. And yes, you're welcome, my friend. Absolutely, yes. Yeah. If anybody has, Larry, you have a wrench in here. If you want to put a link to your channel in the chat, please do so. Yeah, you got a blue wrench, so you can put a link in here. Yeah. Can we get a link to the channel? There you go. Yeah, Larry, if you want to do that, man, please feel free. Slimfire, my dad, you live for today because, yeah, I guess he meant to say my dad always said live for today because there may not be a tomorrow. That's correct. Yes. Yeah, you don't know, you're not promised anything, man. William De Silva, you just subbed. Yes. Okay. There you go. Yeah, there it is. I'm trying to catch up. Larry said, yeah, I built the world's smallest truck camper and put it on a 92 Geo Tracker. He did, man. I remember when he had that little Geo Tracker, he would just drive it to certain places in Arizona, like mountainous regions and stuff. And I was like, I'm glad he's got that little Geo Tracker because I think it has four-wheel drive too. And he would get in some spots, man, and I was like, oh my God, he's going to roll over. but luckily he didn't. And he cut the back half off, not the back half of but the back area, back seating area, and he built a camper to put on the back of that, and it was cool. I was like, dang, I've never seen nothing like that in my life, and apparently nobody else did either, and even Google reported on it. So it was wild, man. But it was very interesting. Very, very interesting. William De Silva, I watch a lot of non-guitar YouTube as well. Yeah, me too, man. Yeah, 90% of the stuff I watch is not guitar related at all. Johnny's still good. Yeah, I just subbed to Larry's channel. Can't wait to check it out. Yeah, thanks, y'all. That's you will. I'm telling you, man. Go down a deep dive with his channel. You'll enjoy it. I've done that before. I went way back on his channel when he had his other precious dog, Frazier. And then when he got had Marty was really young then too, and then Frazier sadly passed, and then it was just Larry and Marty. I mean Larry and Mason for a while, and then he got Marty, and that was a cool video, man. Marty was just like this; he was so tiny, and I said, "Oh, there we go." And Larry is a huge Back to the Future fan. You see the movie poster? That's right, baby. The best movie ever to be made. I'll argue that till the cows come home. The best movie ever. And I love time travel stuff anyway. But yeah. Yeah, I love that movie, man. Nothing can top that. Steve Gunner, a big camper guy here. Well, there you go, man. There you go. Yeah, work less, enjoy life more. And sub to his channel if you enjoy camping. And I'm telling you, you'll be very satisfied. Very, very satisfied. And for Larry to give this small channel the time of day, I'm very humbled. Very, very humbled. Searching for tone. Steve, I'll send you a link in Discord. Oh, this was fast. Look at there. Another sub. Man, thank y'all for subbing to Larry's channel. See, this community is awesome, man. What a wonderful community. Everybody is so cool. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Gunner. That's really nice, man. It's very cool. Thank y'all for doing that. Johnny's still good. Yeah, I mean, whoops, sorry. Just knocked my microphone off. Yeah, I mean, how much Fender outrage or other subjects like this can one watch in the guitar community nowadays? So it's nice to have a switch up. Yeah, I never got on the board with that Fender outrage thing. For me personally, I thought it was ridiculous. So that's why I didn't even touch on it here. If people asked about it, I gave my 2 cents, but I didn't purposely bring it up. I was like, come on, man, really? Can we just play guitar? How about that? Isn't that more fun? You know, but Steve Gunner, RV resorts are nice, but I really like state and national campgrounds. I would like to do that sometime. One day, hopefully I can. Like I said, I have to maybe be on vacation or something. I can't do it on my little rinky-dink day and a half off during the week, but I would love to try that once. I think it'd be great. Searching for tone. Hey, Larry, I just sent you an email to help change that Facebook link from numbers to a name. Oh, okay. Scott from New York. Thank you, Joe. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Man, my prayers go out to your friend's family. That's horrible. I've been there and done that. It's that's tough. William De Silva. Luckily, I've never made a drunk guitar purchase. I've bought other stuff, never a guitar though. Yeah, I take prescribed sleep medication, and apparently this was a couple of years ago, I think, and I was looking at a guitar. I remember looking at it on, I guess, Sweetwater or whatever, and everything just goes blank after that. And then when I woke up, I grabbed my phone and look to see what time it was, see if if I had enough sleep or I need to go back to sleep. And there was a notification for the email that said, "Thank you for your order." And I was like, "What?" So I opened the email. I was like, no. I was like, "Oh, well." And I thought, yeah, screw it. That's a badass guitar. Go ahead. It's okay. That's not good, but oh well. It happens. Johnny's still good. I just saw that Phil McKnight vid last night was traveling for work, and it was great to watch on the plane. Yes. Slim Fire says, Joe, I was in the Teamsters back in the 70s, chauffeurs and warehousemen of America. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's, the UPS is right down the street from us, and we're in the same union, Local 509. And just to be brutally honest, not to get off on a Teamsters kick here, they do a lot more for UPS than they do for us because, honestly, the drivers where I work, they won't band together and fight for nothing. They just take the first thing that comes. Yeah, what? The contract? What it? Oh, yeah, we'll take it. Go ahead. I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't ever take the first thing that they get. You always negotiate. Say, hey, we can need better than that. And they won't do it. They put everything up to a vote. And, of course, I always vote no. When a new contract comes up, I always vote no first time around. But all these other, let's see, I got to be careful what I say. All these other drivers, they've never had a job like this. So they're making decent money. And they're like, oh, yeah, we'll take it. Yeah. Check yes. Vote yes. And I'm like, no, man, y'all were. So, but UPS, they do a lot more for UPS because those guys stand up and they fight for what they want, what they deserve. We don't have that. Those guys where I work, they won't do that. Anyway, let's move on. I gotta wrap this up. Steve Gunner, Grote Guitars make great kindling, allegedly. Grote Guitars. Scott from New York, he subscribed to Larry's channel. That's nice, man. Thank you, Scott from New York. Scott from New York's a cool dude, man. He plays at campgrounds. Him and his band, they perform at, I'm serious, they play gigs at campgrounds in his area. I can only imagine how cool as crap that is. I mean, that's just awesome. I would love to be able to. I wish they had that in this area, but no. Not in this small area. What's the big deal around here? I don't know. A convenience store, a Family Dollar, and a Dollar General, and a Burger King. That's it. And a Subway. That's it. It's just a small, old little town. It's just old. But Bill Frank, I just looked up work less, enjoy life more. Hit the sub button, by the way. Hit the like button for Joe. Thank you, Mr. Frank. That's nice, man. Thank you. Dang, Larry, you getting some subs, brother. That's awesome. Satch Rules, what's up, man? Hey, Joe, what's the white guitar behind you? That is a Jackson 2021 made in Indonesia. I bought it brand new in 2021 off of AMS, American Musical Supply. And I just recently picked that up from Cornerstone last weekend because I had them put me a set of EMG 8185s in there. And I tested it out yesterday. It plays great. So I've had a guitar for 5 years, and I've only played it a few times, but Slim Fire says, Joe, that's not uncommon. We've had the same problems. Oh, with the union, with your fellow work employees or whatever. Thank you very much, Slim. Have a safe night. Hopefully no flat tires. Yeah, what a crazy experience that was. My God, that was insane, man. I just, like I said, the good part about that was I was able to bring the load back and to the dairy and drop it because I didn't have enough time to make the run legally. So, it worked out. So they called a guy in. I I guess he was a coverage driver. They called him in. He hooked up to it and took it down there. So, but yeah, I got 2 stops tonight, so I got to get ready to jet out of here. Let's see. We'll answer these last few questions. Mr. Bill Frank, what do you like better, the White Jackson or the Jack Butler? That would be the Jack Butler, sir. Jack Butler, in my opinion, is all around better quality. And now, don't get me wrong, this plays great too. But the Jack Butler, it just performs very, very. It's easy to play, if that makes sense. You don't have to struggle. It's not a fight. You know, like, I know that sounds weird, but some guitars you have, for me, if the neck's a little chunky, it don't matter what brand it is. The neck's a little chunky or whatever, I can't maneuver very well. And but yeah, this is a very easy to play. It's very comfortable. All right. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank y'all so much for being here. And again, a big shout out to Work Less, Enjoy Life More, Larry. Thank you so very much. Y'all sub to his channel. I got to go. I got to grab something to eat. It's 5:00. I got to get out of here. This has been over 2 hours. Wow. Where did the time go? Okay. Y'all check out Work Less, Enjoy Life More. As soon as this is over, go over there and do a deep dive on his channel. You'll be very happy you did. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to go and get moving. Take care, everybody. God bless. We'll see you next time around. Keep rocking. Keep playing. See you later. Bye-bye.